Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is JP, and this one is going to be an install of the Midland USA MicroMobile GMRS radio unit. So for the past 3 years I've been running, probably as most people do, a CB radio in the Jeep, and the one thing about CB radios is the lack of power. You're pretty much limited to about 2 watts of power, which doesn't give you that much of a range. Depending on the CB manufacturer, they'll be like, you can get 10 miles under optimal conditions, which is like line of sight, no obstacles or anything. So on the last Jeep Jamboree I went on to, it was nothing but issues with the CB radio and just a lack of distance, especially in the woods. So before we go any further, this video is sponsored by Midland USA. They've graciously provided us with some radios, and in addition to that, we're going to be having a giveaway. So a little bit more about that later. Alright, so I'm going to be pulling out my old CB radio. I'll show you how I have it set up. I'm going to pull out the old antenna, and then I'm going to install the new MicroMobile and the new antenna. So I'll go over how I'm going to route everything and where I'm going to be positioning it. Alright, so let me show you the MicroMobile. Alright, so I'm installing the MXT400. This is the 40 watt, and this one, max conditions, they're saying about 60 miles, which is like, I guess, desert flats. Ideal conditions, you're looking at around 25 under max perfect conditions, you're looking at 60 miles, which is like no obstructions, nothing in your way. Ideal conditions are like 15 to 20 miles, and then obstructed, which I guess you could say is like city, in the woods and all that kind of stuff, is going to be probably 5 to 10 miles, which is a huge upgrade. So the biggest thing is this is a full 40 watt radio. It's got 8 repeater channels for increased communication range, and if you don't know what a repeater is, basically you have your radio. Let me show you a little demo. I'm talking on my radio, right? This little handheld. This would be like a huge antenna with a repeater. So my radio is going to speak to the repeater, and then from the repeater it's going to broadcast out. And this is a higher output because it's got a lot of power behind it, and it's on a high antenna. So that'll then broadcast out to the next radio, which increases your range exponentially, and that's how we talk on our ambulance radios and everything. Oh, I'm choking. Alright, so it's got 15 high power GMRS channels, 142 privacy codes, so that way you can have a lot of options as far as having your own dedicated channel. There's silent operation, you have a channel scan, you can program the squelch, keypad lock, which if you have kids is really good, so you can lock the keypad, and then if they're playing in your Jeep like Odin loves to do, and they touch your buttons, nothing's going to happen. Bunch of different tones, so you can customize it for whatever you want, and it's compatible with all Midland GMRS and FRS radios. You do need an antenna, so I'm going to be using that. And the one other big thing compared to CB radios is you do need a GMRS license, and that license is $70. It's through the FCC. It covers you for 10 years, and it covers you and your immediate family. So unlike ham, there's no test that you have to take. So you just pay $70, you sign up on the FCC, and that covers you. So basically any radio that has an output of, I think it's over 2 watts of output power, has been reclassified by the FCC. So you do need to have this license. Alright, so I'm going to link down below to our website, and Midland has a really great information as to how to sign up on the FCC and how to get your license. Alright, so now on to the giveaway. We're coming up on 4,000 YouTube subscribers, and Summerluffin Jeep on Instagram is coming up on 2,000 followers. So we're going to be doing a combined YouTube Instagram giveaway, and with YouTube it's going to be a two-part video series giveaway. So it's the install here on the Jeep, and then we're also doing an install on the RV, and that'll be the second video. So the way that this giveaway is going to work is you have to be a follower of our YouTube channel, and if you have Instagram, please follow on our Instagram channel as well. When this video is released, please leave a comment down below, and that'll be your entry. So as long as you are subscribed to our channel and you leave a comment on this video, that'll get you one entry. Additional entries will be granted on Instagram, so you can head over to our Instagram page, make sure you're a follower of that page, and then you'll see the post on Instagram on how to get additional entries via Instagram. Alright, so let's show you what you can win. So starting off with third place, you're going to get a Midland USA t-shirt. You can choose your size, and there's a bunch of different colors. So whoever wins will be able to get a t-shirt. Second place is going to get a set of handheld radios. This is their Midland X Talker. It's their 40-mile range. So this is their GMRS radio. Comes with two radios, two batteries, a charging kit, and two earpieces. So it's a pretty cool set. This is one of them right here. So that's going to be for second place. Alright, third place is going to get their MXT400. That's this guy right here. This is their 15-watt radio. So you'll see a lot of people like this one. It's got the handheld, and it's got all the controls on the handheld, and you can hide away the actual unit. So this is going to be for first place. Alright, so let's get to installing this. Not this one, because this is what you're going to win. Let's get to installing the radio. Let's open it up, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to route everything. Alright, so opening the box. Instructions, little quick start guide. You got your radio unit, and your connector for your power. Bracket. Alright, so our mic. Here's your power cord. Mounting screws, extra fuse, and mic clip. Alright, so let me show you how I currently have my CB radio set up and my antenna, and then I'll show you how I'm going to run the new setup. Alright, so this is how I currently have my CB radio set up. One of the first mods I ever did was putting this overhead steel molly panel in. I'll put a link down to where I got it down below in case anybody wants to check it out as well. But I just mounted it right up here. I got the power running behind this windshield cowl down here. So I already took some of it apart so I could just snip it out. And then the antenna, just cable runs back here through the roll cage, and then it comes all the way out from behind this tailgate onto here, and it comes up, and then I have my Fire Stick antenna mounted. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to reuse this mount. I'm going to use some sheet metal screws. I'm going to mount it here. I'm going to put the new Midland USA whip antenna up here, and then I'm going to bring the wire down through this grommet right there, and then I'm going to run it through the back of the tailgate and then along the roll cage and back to the radio inside. All right, so that's my plan. Just gonna go inside. Super windy today, but it's gorgeous. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna start removing the radio and then start the mounting process, but everything should be pretty simple because everything's already been wired before. I just gotta snip the wires, use a couple of the wiring plugs, connect it, and then it should be good to go. Alright, so if you've been watching this far, that's good, because to get an additional entry on this YouTube video, not just by commenting, but during this install, I'm going to ask 3 questions about the radio that I'm installing, and then when you do make a comment, if you put the 3 answers with your comment, you'll get 2 entries on this video. Alright, so hope you've been watching, hope you found this little tip, and let's hop into the Jeep and start pulling out the old radio. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're going to pull this out. Alright, that's my old wire. That's all out. So everything's out. I just got to take this bracket down, and I'm going to see how the old bracket, if hopefully it matches up to the screw holes I've already mounted up here. Pretty much taking this bracket out. Alright, let's see if the Midland one fits exactly in those holes. Alright, so the Midland bracket actually has a rear and then a front, and the front one has 3 positions, which is pretty cool, because then when you have it on here, you can have it flat, tilt up, so you can change the tilt of it. So let's see if this fits. And nope, I'm gonna have to re-drill. Of course, nothing's easy. What's up, everybody? The bracket is mounted, and what I've done, I don't know if you can see, it's hard. I've pre-placed the screws on the ends, and then I'm just gonna slide this on. Make sure I got the other side there. And there we go. I can tell you already, this thing is way smaller than my CB radio. Alright, so here's the power. There we go. Just trying to get a feel for where the cord's going to go, and then I'm going to zip tie it after. Alright, so here are my two ends. I'm just going to do my connectors to these guys, and then it'll be all set, and then we're just going to run the antenna. Alright, so everything is done here in the cab. So I got my unit mounted. Here's my handheld. I usually just like to leave it resting in here in the top tray just for easy access, so I never really mount the clip anywhere. So that's what I'm probably just going to continue to do. So this is all set. Everything's wired in, so everything's tucked away. Everything's back in place. And everything's nice and neat. So I'm now going to have to run the antenna cable. So we're going to take apart the old Fire Stick antenna and then replace it with the new one. So let's go do that. Oh, first question. What is the power output of the MXT400 radio that I've just installed? Question 1. Alright, so this is the Midland antenna wiring. So this piece comes off so you can run it through the grommet, so we're going to do that. And this is the whip antenna. And that's what's going to be replaced. So I'm just going to take apart that Fire Stick. Alright, old antenna's out. I'm going to take that mounting plate that's right there, and then I'm going to mount that to my basket, and then we're going to put on the new antenna. Then we should be done. Alright, so just a little update. Here's the antenna. It's mounted, so I reused that bracket, and I just used some sheet metal screws tapped into there. This is going to run to here. I have some clips that I'm going to put on there. I'm going to clean that up after, and then it just runs down behind here through that grommet hole. And I actually had to take off the table to run the wire behind the table. It comes out here, and then it's going to go here, and then I'm going to run it through the back of this roll cage all the way up and to the front of the Jeep, and you can see there's the radio. Alright, so as I mentioned before, the front coupler piece comes off, so you can see it makes it easy now to pass this through for the installation. Alright, so I'm going to finish this install, getting this back to the radio, and then in the meantime, question number 2 for an extra entry on this video: what is the minimum age you need to be to file for a GMRS license with the FCC? So that's question number 2. Make sure you put that down in your comment. Alright, so stay tuned for question number 3 at the end. Alright, so that's it. It's installed. You can see it's right here, turned on. Power button's up here. Turns off. Back on. And then there's a whole quick start guide that'll get you through setting everything up. I have it on channel 2 right now just to test it out, but hey Schmoopy, can you get me?
We get you loud and clear, handsome.
And it sounds so much better than the CB radio. So for now, I'm just going to leave my handheld over here, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the install. It's definitely a smaller radio. It doesn't take up as much space. Doesn't really block my rear view. You can see here's the old one. Look at the difference. It's huge. Alright, so question number 3. How many repeater channels are available on this radio? That's your third question. So that's for your additional entry on the giveaway. All right, so I'll see you at the front of the hood, and we'll just do a quick recap. All right, so that was the install of the Midland USA MXT400 GMRS mobile radio unit. So the install was not that hard. I had to just make a few minor modifications to where I originally kept my CB radio. The electrical install part was very easy because it was just basic. I already had everything run, so I just had to connect to my power and my ground lines. If you want some to see how I did all of that, I'll leave a card above so that way you can click on that and see how I wired up all my Jeep power sources and everything. Alright, so I hope you watched through this video. At 3 points there were questions that you can use to get an extra entry on your comment here on this video. So when you do leave a comment, leave those 3 answers, and that gets you 2 entries to the giveaway. So just a reminder, third place is going to get a Midland USA t-shirt, not this one. You're going to get a brand new one in a color and your size of your choice. Second place, you're going to get the handheld radios, and first place is going to get a MXT400 radio for your Jeep, RV, or whatever vehicle you want it for. Yeah, so this contest is in no way associated with YouTube or Instagram. Just got to put that out there. And I just really want to thank Midland USA for partnering with our YouTube channel and our Instagram accounts to provide us with radios for our Jeep and also our RV. So the second part of this contest is going to happen when we do the RV video install, and you'll be able to earn additional entries when you watch that video. And then after that video is done, I'm going to set a date for when we are going to close the entries on YouTube and Instagram, and then we're going to do the random drawings, and everybody who's followed all of the directions will then be entered into the raffle for these awesome radios. Alright, so that's it. Pretty simple video. If you have any questions on how I did the install, please leave a comment down below. I'll answer as best I can. I'm not testing the radio range today. I'm actually going to probably do that on another day when we go to the beach. I'm going to do a range test, and I'll probably go for a drive with the Jeep and see how far I can actually drive and still communicate with either the handheld radio with Jordana, or maybe I'll do it once we have the RV done, and I'll test mobile to mobile range here on Long Island, and just to get an idea. Alright, so that's all I have for today's video. It's Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And don't forget, go over to Summerluff and Jeep, because when I drop this YouTube video, there'll also be a post on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram account and you're not on Instagram, you'll still be able to earn entries from YouTube, but you'll get additional entries if you are on Instagram and you follow us over there as well. So look out for that post, and I'll leave a link to our Instagram accounts down below. Alright, so good luck to everybody. Thanks again for watching, and to all our new subscribers, thank you for joining, and to all our return subscribers who keep tuning in to watch videos, thank you so much. It means a lot. And oh, sorry, I'm just rambling on and there's just talking, sorry. But I fixed the issue with Teespring. For some reason they stopped our Jeep topograph t-shirt from being able to be bought because I used the word Jeep in the description. So it's now just a topograph shirt. So it's back up on Teespring. So if anybody who's been trying to order it and hasn't been, I finally figured out why, and it's available now to order. Alright, yeah, see you on the next video.
Schmoopy.
Go for Schmoopy.
Hello, hot stuff.
Alright, give me 2 minutes.